We are live. Good morning. Good morning, Linda. It's April 1st. No joke. All right. It is April 1st. This is Ask A Clutter Boss, the internet's best decluttering advice show. We are live every week, same time, same place. And today, I am in the middle of a big transition. We are in the middle of a big transition with our business. And sometimes I look for inspiration on the internet about what to talk about and ask a clutter boss. So YouTube told me that there would be very high interest in the topic of decluttering your life for a fresh start. And I thought that's an interesting topic and I can definitely talk about that. So, decluttering your life for a fresh start. Because we believe at Clutter Boss that all clutter is connected, it makes absolute sense to me that if you want to have some momentum in one area of your life and you're feeling stuck, good morning, Mitzi, good morning, Madonna, and maybe that area of your life has nothing to do with your house or your clutter, seemingly nothing to do with it. It makes sense because we believe that all clutter is connected, that if you work on decluttering the stuff in your home that no longer serves you, you are definitely paving the pathway for new things in life. And I have seen this over and over and over again in my own life and in my clients' lives. Sometimes when I'm just feeling generally stuck, and if I'm feeling stuck in one area, I'm feeling stuck in a lot of areas. It's never like I'm just really stuck in one spot. That stuckness, it infiltrates into everything. I know that something I can do just to start to shift that energy is to declutter a space in my house. And usually it is the space that is the biggest pain point. It's the thing that I get up every day and I look at it and I think to myself, I wish this were different, or I really need to get to this. So let me know in the comments, do you have a space in your house that every day lately you have been looking around and thinking, I really need to get to this. I really need to get to this. This is driving me crazy. I really need to get to this. There is a weird connection with that space and other stuckness in your life. If you declutter that space, you are going to start to feel some movement in that other area of your life where you're really feeling stuck. It is wild how often this happens and what a difference it can make. Yes, like your bedroom, whatever space it is. So, in the comments, what is the space that you're looking at every day and saying, I really need to get to that? And then what is holding you back from getting to that? I know the common answers are I'm overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. I don't have any time. I don't have the motivation. Sometimes in life, we just need to take the bull by the horns and get it done. Whether you don't have the time, don't have the motivation, don't know where to start, all of these are obstacles that we can overcome. If you don't have the time, I encourage you to look at what is taking your time. Now, sometimes, yes, we really do have very busy schedules, but I have found a weird thing is when your schedule is very busy, it is easier to plan things in because you don't have time to mess around. When I'm feeling like I don't have time, I always open up my phone and look at my screen time. And then I challenge that. Do I really not have time, or am I feeling overwhelmed and not making the best use of my time? Getting brutally honest with myself makes a big difference. And I don't need to tell anyone else in my life that I have been overwhelmed and on my phone a lot. I just need to be honest with myself. And once I'm honest with myself, I usually can find the time to get to the thing that is driving me crazy. And then between being honest with myself, clearing that space, and feeling different, I usually start to feel unstuck in other areas as well. I worry about getting it done more than working on it. Yes. Yes. Bingo. I stress about doing it. I think about doing it. When I started on this decluttering journey way back when, I don't even know that I would have referred to it as my decluttering journey. when I started. Now I know that it was. But back then I was just really trying to figure out a lot of different things. Clutter was one piece of it. One of my biggest pieces of clutter was how frustrated I would feel about having to do tasks around my house and how much time I would spend with frustration and resentment instead of actually doing the thing. So I challenged myself one day. I heard if you can do something in 5 minutes or less, you should do it now. The 5 minute rule it's changed my life. And I thought to myself, I often put off unloading the dishwasher because it's going to take so much time. So, how much time does it actually take? And that was the first time I ever timed myself unloading the dishwasher and found out that that was indeed something that takes less than 5 minutes. And it should be done as soon as I can do it instead of putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because it makes a situation that is much more time. It takes much more time to deal with it. So, I think just, when you're feeling stuck in life, just the only person that you need to be honest with is you. You don't need to tell anyone else what's going on. If you don't want to admit that you are feeling stuck or you don't want to admit that you're doing or not doing or whatever, you just need to be honest with you and you just need to take that very first step, which is the hardest step. It gets much easier from there because you have to get out of the loop of thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, and not doing anything, and to break that pattern. Do something, take some small action, work on your biggest pain point because why not? Why look at that every day and let it drive you crazy? That is like the definition of insanity, right? Look at that next time you see it, just take care of it. Just even if it takes an hour or 2 hours, even if it takes a day, you are gaining sanity, you are gaining peace, you are decluttering the thought that you have every day that you need to do it. You're giving yourself a gift, and you deserve to have a home that you love. You deserve to feel unstuck. And if you have to push through this and power through it, that's okay because we can do hard things. We can do hard things. Yes, Susan, I have been there before. So, this is your note that YouTube told me to talk about this. Obviously, it's resonating. We're getting a lot of comments here. Decluttering your life for a fresh start. It might be just a little fresh start. It might be a big fresh start. But when you start to declutter the stuff, you're also, and this is where the change happens, you're decluttering the mindsets that are holding you in that spot. And when you declutter those mindsets, you can find unstuckedness. I don't think that's a word. You can find movement and momentum in other areas of your life because you're changing the way that you approach problems. And sometimes you just need a little nudge to go and do that. So consider this your little nudge. Be honest with yourself, help yourself move forward. At the end of the day, we have family, we have friends, we have lots of people who care about us. But the only person who can really make the change in our lives is us. Nobody cares more about you than you. I tell this to my kids all the time. I tell them, I love you more than anything else. I would die for you, but I don't care about you as much as I care about me because it is impossible. I'm not in your brain. I don't understand the details that go through every single step of your day. Like you are the only person who knows all the details. You have your own info sheet about you. You're the only person who truly knows what you want. And you're the only person who can fight to get to that endpoint. I can support you. I can love you, but I can't do it for you. And the same thing goes, that same conversation is one that you have to have with yourself. You have to fight for yourself, my friends. Um, I love this. Procrastination is something to be decluttered. And the only way to declutter that is to just do it. Just do it. And you know what? The nice thing, when you do what you've been putting off, you actually have more time for what you were doing while you were procrastinating after the fact. So the great thing about getting stuff done is that if you were procrastinating and doing other things, when you get that stuff done, you still have time to do those other things, but it's guilt free. It's a better experience. And that's so worth it. All right. So thank you to YouTube for prompting this video today, Decluttering Your Life for a Fresh Start. If you are looking for that fresh start and want support, talk to us about Clutter Boss Blueprint, the new program that we just launched. Today is the official day one of it. We have onboarded about 90 people into there. It's very exciting. It's very step by step. It's very habit building habits, which is such a huge part of this whole puzzle of life. If we can make what we need to do a habit and just who we are and just what we do, and we don't have to spend time thinking about it, procrastinating, feeling guilty, our other bigger problems are easier to deal with because we don't have to push through the little things. They're just a habit. And that is a lot of what Blueprint is all about. So if you're looking for the blueprint in your home, in your life, let us know. We're very excited about it. And just know that just like I tell my kids, I will always support you. I will always be here for you. And if you are fighting for yourself, I am fighting right next to you. Go get them, my friends. All right. I will see you same time, same place next week for Ask a Clutter Boss. Have a great day, everyone.